Yeah. Okay, so we will move on to the Rabbitohs versus the Warriors then. Again, we were unanimous in this one, both of us tipping the Rabbitohs. I was a little bit reluctant to back against the Warriors because every time I do, it's one of their form weeks, and they're so rocks and diamonds this season. I like the week before last, they go for 40. They hit a new NRL record for most completed sets. Then the week after, they get undone by a pretty depleted Cowboys side, and then last week again 40 out of 46 completions. So it's really a case of which Warriors side turns up. I mean, if it's the Warriors side from last week, the Rabbitohs, I don't see them hanging on. But if we're going on good game, bad game, good game, bad game, they're due a bad game this week.
Yeah, most definitely. And yeah, the Bunnies last week got back Latrell Mitchell. Got back Cody Walker, and it was Latrell Mitchell's best game by a country mile in the fullback position. He's starting to look like a fullback. Had a handy combination there with Reynolds, Walker, Cook. Set up a beautiful try on the left side for Alex Johnson. The Warriors just they're either they're either the most exciting team in the comp to watch, or they make you want to pull your hair out. There's no in between on that one. Both teams won the same squads in the 17 from last week. James Roberts potentially coming in later in the week, as would David Fusitu'a coming back from injury. One would think he takes out Adam Pompey. I think for me it's going to be one right through the guts. This is a forward pack for the Warriors that is probably just a touch underrated. Tanua Brown has been fantastic in his debut season. Wade Egan, some handy distribution for him. Lachlan Burr has been good at prop. Eli Katoa, early contender for Rookie of the Year. Tohu Harris, oh man, Tohu Harris is just a beautiful player to watch. And Adam Blair, coming up on 320 games now. I think he's just sneakily got over 300 with no one noticing. And he's playing some really good football for the Warriors. But then you look at the Rabbitohs pack, you got Ethan Lowe, who's a former Origin player, Cameron Murray, current Origin and Kangaroo star, Jaden Sewer, who's starting to rattle himself into form, Thomas Burgess, who the last couple of weeks has been superb, Damien Cook's just starting to find his feet underway and better, Tavita Totola's starting to look really good. We can credit the backs all they want, but the forwards are the ones that do the damage to get the backs into the position. And I think whoever we've both gone the Rabbitohs here, but whoever's forward pack gets the upper hand in this one is going to get the win.
Yeah. I mean, the only sort of potential weak spot I see out in the Rabbitohs side is Braden Burns out on that edge with Johnston. Like that edge doesn't seem to be holding up too well as opposed to the Gagai Graham combination. But then again, when Roberts comes back in, it's going to be, it's going to be a different setup altogether. So we'll have to wait and see. But I'm relatively confident in the Rabbitohs this week.
Given time, Burns is still a relatively good defender, all things considered. So I think the Bunnies get this one. It'll be closer than people think. I think it might be 4 points, but I think the Bunnies get this.
Yeah, it's going to be tighter than a lot of people expect. If Nikorima and Green can control the game again like they did last week, then I'd even potentially lean towards the Warriors by maybe a couple points here or there. But I'm fairly certain in myself when I say that the Warriors, based on, I mean, neither one of these sides has struggled to get back-to-back victories this season so far. So it's one of them's gonna basically right that wrong this week, unless we get another after Golden Point draw. But I don't see that happening. Unless that one makes the highlight reel for next week when I say I don't see that happening, and then it's a draw after full time.